You're up there in a big, spooky airplane. There's only one thing that actually matters, and that's the color of your skin. Well, and your gender, I guess, plays a pretty critical role as well, but that's obvious. It goes without saying, really. Today, we're looking at the CEO of United Airlines filling us in about the DEI initiative and why it is so important to hire people of color and women. CEO of United says he takes race and gender into account when hiring and laments there are too many white males in the airline industry. Could have something to do with their experience and all of their training, but probably not. It's probably just because they're white males. So let's get right into this video and see what these doofuses have to say.
Diversity and diversity targets working into the Aviate Academy?
We have committed that 50% of the classes will be women or people of color. Today, only 19.
You hear that? 50% women and people of color. 50%. So if there's 1,000 applicants and 800 of them are white males, guess what? 300 of them have no shot, even if they are still better than the women and the people of color. Insanity. DEI is complete insanity, but it's for your own safety.
18% of our pilots at United Airlines are women or people of color. And by the way, from all the data I've seen, that's the highest of any airline in the country.
White males don't just dominate in the cockpits, also in the C-suite at United Airlines.
Well, look, at United, I'm proud of
White men dominate the cockpit. That goes without saying, man. That's pretty obvious. I could have told you that.
the diversity that we actually have in our C-suite. I think if you look around corporate America.
Correct me if I'm saying, though, so this is just based off your website, the people you list as executives, but out of 11 people, 3 are women. I believe 1 is a person of color.
That's correct. But, in corporate America, I think,
That's a
Uh,
low bar. How do you raise your own bar?
Well, a lot of this is, focusing on it. We have programs one of the things we do is for every job when we're doing an interview, we require women and people of color to be involved in the interview process.
Did you hear that? Let's play that back, because that's pretty important here. Make sure everyone heard that.
Every job when we're doing an interview, we require women and people of color to be involved in the interview process.
Wow. Every interview requires women and people of color to be there during the interview process to hire more women and people of color. How is this allowed? This is complete and utter nonsense. When you're flying, do you really care about the color of the skin of your pilot? Or do you just want to get somewhere without dying, without crashing and burning? When I go onto an airplane, all I want is to get from point A to point B quickly, safely. No layover flights for extra takeoffs and landings. I just want to get there. I want to be done with it. And that's what the majority of people would want, I would imagine. I'm guessing you're in the same boat, same airplane. But if you've been watching this, then maybe you will be on the same airplane, one that is not United Airlines. We need to call out these companies that are doing this, and you should stand up for your own sake. Do not fly United if you have the choice. Why put yourself in danger just so you can support some DEI bullcrap initiative? All that matters is experience, training. There are a lot of white males, sure, that have been doing this for a long time, but guess what? They're pretty good at what they do. And you're going to have a high chance of survival should you choose to fly with them. You go fly United, and they're going to be hiring who knows who to fly you. People that do not qualify, people that should not qualify, that are getting these jobs simply because of these nonsensical factors that should have no play.
Bringing people in early in their careers as well, and giving them those opportunities.
They're going to bring them in early. They're going to bring in babies. They're going to bring in baby women of color. That's who's going to be flying your next airplane. You heard it here first. Absolutely ridiculous. This is Mallard Effect. I'll see you around.